Hey guys, today's a new video. And first of all, sorry that I haven't been posting for the past couple of days. There's just been a new schedule for me, and it's a little hectic, but I feel like I'm getting used to it now, so the video should be back on for the foreseeable future. Not only that, but I mean the event itself hasn't really changed. Today is the reborn event for the Raikage, so there is that, but otherwise there really hasn't been that much else to tell when it comes to this. Um. So let's get started. So why am I making this video? So first of all, I realized that I spent too much on this game, and I don't mean that I'm not gonna play anymore. I really just mean that for the foreseeable future, I'm truly not gonna spend any money. And this isn't because I don't have the money. This isn't because um, I don't like the game anymore. This isn't because any of that. It's because I realize that I truly have spent too much money on this game. And what I mean by that is that, as you can see over here, there's the reward tab, and the reward tab tells you how much you have until you get a reward due to how much you've recharged. As you can see, the Yeta no Kagami is a reward that you get at 500k recharge, half a million basically. I'm at 348k recharge. And to be honest, 348. Let's just do that for simplicity's sake. 348k. If you divide that by 6,200, which is the max amount of money or the biggest amount of recharge gold that you get 56. And when you multiply that by 200, which is what that is, you get $11,000 that I've spent on this game. Obviously, it hasn't been, how shall I put this? It hasn't been instantly, it hasn't been, within a single day, it hasn't been over a single month. It's been over about 1 or 2 years, a year and a half. And that made me realize because I was just sitting at work and I was curious because, to be honest, right up until that point, I didn't really bother to think, okay, how much have I spent on this game? I realized it was quite a bit. But I always thought it was maybe 5,000, 6,000 at the most. I didn't realize it was literally $11,000 that I spent on this game, and um, it just made me stop. Quite honestly, it surprised me. In some ways, it didn't surprise me a whole lot, but in others, it just completely shocked me. And I think part of me knew that I had spent that much, or at least something close to that number. But in some ways, I was in denial, almost like a addict is when he's talking about his favorite drug. Like, oh, I know I'm doing some bad stuff, but it can't be that bad. And which is to say, this isn't truly bad. I mean, it's a fun game. It's given me the ability to make videos for you guys, and it's done quite a bit for me in the fact that I enjoy it. I make videos for you guys, and it entertains me. But on the other hand, although that money was extra money, all of that extra money could have been used towards something better. It could have been used towards, let's say, something materialistic. I could have used it to buy a new computer, a very high end computer, with just $3,000 used. I could have used it for, um, I don't know, a gym membership. I could have used it to buy a new TV. I could have used it to buy a new bed. I could have used it to buy new furniture. I could have used it for different things that, while I don't need and they're not essentials right now, um, it would have been nice to have them, but I didn't because I used it on this game. And part of the thing is that I didn't realize how much I spent because it was over time. 100 here, 100 there. It doesn't feel like a whole lot, but that shit adds up really fucking quick. Um, and it just boggled my mind to see how much I've spent. And once again, this isn't like I'm saying I'm not gonna play. This isn't saying I'm not gonna make videos anymore. Hell, this doesn't even mean I'm not gonna recharge anymore. But for the foreseeable future, I'm not going to, simply because I'm still almost in a state of shock at how much I've spent on this game. There have been legitimate thoughts of me thinking, what if I sold the account? What if I sold this particular account for some money? And I realized I wouldn't even get half of what I paid for it, if you think about that. Even though I've spent so much time on it, even though I've built this up to where it is, I'm not going to get any of that back. Because, let's be honest, who wants to buy, let's say, even if I just wanted to get a profit out of it, who wants to buy a $12,000 um, account on this game? Who would do so, you know? Who would make that sort of transaction? Realistically, nobody. Somebody who may be rich, maybe there's an outliner out there who wants the account and wants to buy it. But chances of that are very, very low. So, this video isn't really in particular to bash on anybody who recharges. This isn't even saying that I'm not going to recharge anymore. This isn't even saying that this is a bad game. It's just saying, or what I'm trying to put into words is just how much of a shock it was for me to see how much I'd spent. Because if you go to the reward tab and you look at your progress for the recharging, there's no lying there. There's no way to sugarcoat it. That's literally how much recharge you've spent. These guys don't count triple gold recharges. These guys don't count specials or whatever. No, what you recharge is what you recharge, and that's how much it shows right there. And it just shows literally how much money I've spent. And it boggles my mind that I've seen some people who are VAP 11, VAP 12. And now that I know this, I don't think I'll ever get there. I don't think that I'll. Hell, it just. I. My brain just balks at the thought of recharging anymore. It's just how it is. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. It truly isn't. This is your. If you want to recharge, that's your own money. That's your own prerogative. And if you're an adult, you're an adult. You're a big boy. You're a big girl. You can do whatever you want with your own money that you worked hard for. But knowing how much I've spent into this, it just shocks my system essentially. Um, I'll be back to making a regular video tomorrow. I'll obviously do the event videos and such. But honestly, for the foreseeable future, don't expect me or don't really expect me to recharge. Even if it's a really good deal, I'll tell you guys it's a good deal. I'll tell you, oh, you can get this, you can get all this crap. But I'm not going to do it myself simply because I. The way I see it now, it's almost like an addiction. You get a bit of a thrill from recharging, getting that big boost in CP, getting everything that you wanted from the game, and just getting a nice feeling of going up. But at the same time, it's a very addictive feeling because eventually money runs out, but the game doesn't, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I'm not gonna be recharging for a while. Once again, I'm not saying it's bad to recharge. If you want to support the developers, even though they're pretty shitty, you still support the developers through this. I guess, put money on their table, put food on their table, and all that crap. But at the same time, I'm not gonna be one of those persons anymore. Maybe once the shock wears off, and you know what, I have time to save up money, or if I see something that I really want or whatever, maybe I'll get it. But honestly, I really doubt it. And I mean, it just kind of blows my mind too because I was still dead set on Madara Uchiha. And in some ways, I still am. But I'm not gonna get them anymore just through forceful recharge, essentially. I mean, the biggest thing that I might do is just buy one or two boutique items every once in a while whenever the boutique event comes. And just save up boutique certificates that way and get them gold that way. Otherwise, I don't see myself recharging anymore. I really don't. Because it just. I'm not gonna say it hurts to realize how much I've recharged, but it's a shock. That's really, truly what it is. That is the best way I can say how I feel about realizing how much I've spent on this game. And part of me is regretful. It truly is. The other part of me is accepts it because I did get benefits from it. I did make the videos for you guys. I got enjoyment out of it. But another part of me wonders, what if I had never picked up this game? What if I on that day that I saw the game on Facebook, what if I just scrolled past it like all the other games that I play or that I've seen on Facebook? What if I just scrolled past it and I never gave it a second thought? Would I be $11,000 richer? Quite honestly, probably. Honestly, um, would I have a YouTube channel like this? No. Would I get to enjoy seeing your messages where you guys say, "Oh, thanks for helping me," or even just support from you guys? No. So I mean, I can't be truly regretful about this, but at the same time, part of me still wonders. Part of me still thinks. Um, Honestly, I don't really know where I'm going with this video. Other than I'm not gonna recharge for some time, for at least for the foreseeable future. Uh, it's made me reevaluate some stuff because I was sitting at work, working my ass off, and then I just out of curiosity because something that my friend mentioned that he'd spent about $1,000 on merchandise for the band that he likes, and that he spent more on the merchandise than he did on the actual shows, and how he was a little ashamed of how much he had spent, which was about a K. And I thought, he's so he's almost embarrassed and yet still proud of how much he spent, and yet I spent, that made me wonder how much have I spent on this game. Is essentially what that led up to. And I'm sorry that maybe this isn't what you wanted to hear. Maybe this is just a boring video that you really don't give a fuck about. Um, but in some ways, I just wanted to explain myself why for the next couple of days, or even just for a day or two, you may not see me be as enthusiastic, as active on the game, or um, just in general be like that, because it's because I've realized, quite like I said, how much I've spent, how much money has gone into this game for me on this account, and that's really all there is to it. There is no big message. There is no lesson learned. To be honest, it's just a realization. So that's about it for this video. Today's a the reborn event for the Raikage. If you want to recharge, recharge, I guess. Um, as you can see here, Nonstop is just on that shit right now. He's probably gonna get diamond simply because there's really no competition for the card right now. It's gonna be a fairly powerful card. I'm gonna ask him, or at least see if he can send me a screenshot or two of the CP when he trains it. Um, Otherwise, that's really about it for this video. Not much else to tell. Once again, I'm sorry if you found this boring or just not interesting, or even if it sounds like I'm whining, which, trust me, I'm not. Even if it sounds like that, I'm not really whining, or at least not in my own eyes. Um, so yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with a new video on the next event. Yeah.